Welcome to the Thirsty Potato, a story of osmosis. Today, we're going to learn how water moves in and out of cells using a potato. That's right, a simple potato can teach us one of the coolest secrets of life, how water keeps cells healthy. Let's start with a big question. What do you think will happen? We're taking two potato slices, they're the same size, and placing them in two different glasses. One glass has plain water, the other has very salty water. After a few hours, how will the slices change? Will they look the same? Will they feel the same? Let's find out. Here's what happened. The potato in plain water is firm. It snaps. But the potato in salt water turns soft and floppy. So the big question is, why? What caused these potatoes to behave so differently? The secret behind this potato mystery is a process called osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water across a membrane, like the skin of a cell. Water always moves from where there's less stuff dissolved to where there's more stuff dissolved. Think of it as water trying to keep things balanced. This is the golden rule of water. Water always tries to even things out. Now it makes sense. In salt water, there is more stuff, more salt, outside the potato. So water leaves the potato to balance things, making the slice shrivel and flop. But in plain water, there is less stuff outside. Water moves into the potato instead, making it swell and stay firm. Scientists use a special word to describe these differences in concentration: tonicity. Tonicity tells us whether there's more stuff outside a cell or inside a cell. We're going to learn three words: hypertonic, hypotonic, and isotonic. Don't worry, I've got a trick to make them super easy to remember. Hypertonic, think hippo. In a hypertonic solution, there's less stuff outside the cell. That means water rushes in. The cell swells up like a big fat hippo. In our experiment, the plain water was hypertonic for the potato. Hypertonic, think hyper and skinny. A hypertonic solution has more stuff outside the cell. Water rushes out, and the cell shrivels up. That's exactly what happened to the potato in the salt water. The salt water was hypertonic. Isotonic means balanced. The amount of stuff inside the cell equals the amount outside. Water moves in and out equally, so the cell stays the same size. It's perfectly happy, not too big, not too small. Our bodies work hard to keep our cells in an isotonic environment. Look at red blood cells. In hypertonic solutions, they burst. In hypertonic solutions, they shrivel. But in isotonic solutions, they stay healthy and perfect. This balance is super important to keep us alive. Now, let's talk plants. Why don't plants explode in the rain? It's because plant cells have a strong cell wall. In hypertonic solutions like rainwater, the cell fills up with water, but the wall keeps it firm. That's called turgid. In hypertonic solutions, water leaves the cell and the membrane pulls away. That's called plasmolyst. Let's review. Hypertonic. Water moves in. Hypertonic. Water moves out. Isotonic. Water is balanced. Three words, three different types of solutions, and one powerful concept: osmosis. You can be a scientist at home. Try the same experiment with gummy bears, a carrot slice, or even apple pieces. Put one in plain water and one in salt water overnight. Compare them the next day. What changes do you notice? Before we wrap up, here are your science words: osmosis, semi-permeable membrane, hypertonic, hypotonic, isotonic, turgid, and plasmolyzed. These are the key terms scientists use when talking about water movement in cells. And finally, the golden rule of water is the rule of life. Water always moves to where there's more stuff to balance everything out. For plants, this helps them stay tall and strong. For animals like us, it helps our cells stay healthy. Understanding osmosis means understanding one of the most important secrets of life.